Example 6. A high school has 80 athletes who play basketball, 60 athletes who play soccer, and 24 athletes who play both basketball and soccer. How many athletes play either basketball or soccer? So we want how many play basketball or soccer. So to find the number in basketball or soccer, we do the number in basketball plus the number in soccer. Problem is we've double counted, so we need to subtract off the number that are in both. That's your inclusion-exclusion principle. Let's look at this. It's 80. I'll just do some highlighting here. 80 of them play basketball, so that's the number in basketball. We have 60 play soccer, so that's the number of soccer. And then we have 24 who play both, so that's the number in both. So I'm going to plug in those numbers right now. The number in basketball is 80. The number in basketball or soccer is 80 plus 60 minus 24. If I do that, I'm getting a total of 116. Please double check my math. That should be your answer. Example 7. It says a blood donation organization reports that 44% of U.S. population has the A antigen, or type A blood. 15% of the U.S. population has the B antigen, or type B blood. And then 4% of the population has both the A and B antigen, or type AB blood. It says use the percentage of inclusion and exclusion formula to estimate the percentage of U.S. population that has the A antigen or the B antigen. Remember, in mathematics, we're saying A or B or both, okay? So to find the number in A or B, that's going to be the number in A plus the number in B minus the number in both. These are percentages, but it's no different when you do it with percentages. So the number in A was 44%. Plus the number in B was 15%, minus the number in both was 4%. And so if you look at it and you have 44 plus 15 minus 4, that's giving me a total of 55%, my final answer. Okay. You can look at the chart here. This is a nice breakdown of how many people have it. If you remember, O negative was the universal donor. Only about 7% of the population has O negative, and that is the number one blood that they give. So if you have type O negative blood, it is so super, super, super important that you give blood, donate blood. Let's look at example 8. It says a blood donation reports that 44% of the U.S. have the A antigen, 84% have the Rh positive, the rhesus, and then 91% of the U.S. population either has the A or is Rh positive, okay? Now this one's a little different. Hang on. It says use the percentage of inclusion and exclusion formula to estimate the percentage of the population that has the A antigen and is Rh positive. So remember, what we have is going to be the number in A or positive is equal to the number in A plus the number in positive minus the number in both. But what's the problem here is they want to know which ones have both. So we're solving for that. We need to be careful here to make sure we're plugging into the right things. So I'm going to do some highlighting here again. Let's look at the first one. 44% have A, that's going to go there. The next one is 84% have Rh positive, that's going to go there. And the last one is 91% have A or positive. That actually goes here this time, so you got to be a little careful with where you're plugging it in. Not too much more difficult at all. So we're going to have 91% equals, well, it's the 44% plus the 84% for those two numbers minus both. Do a little bit of math here. What's 44 plus 84? We're going to solve for this, right? So we're going to look at 44 plus 84. 44 plus 84 is 128. So I have 91 equals 128 minus both. And then depends on how you want to do this. For instance, I'm going to move both to the right-hand side. That's what we're solving for. I could make it an X, but that's not really the point. And then I'm going to subtract 91 from both sides. So if I subtract 91 from both sides and add both to both sides, that's really weird sounding. You can make it an X. Then I would have the number in both is equal to 120 minus 91. 120, sorry, it's not 120. 44 plus 84 is 128. I apologize for that. So 128 minus both, or 128 minus 91 is a total of 37. So how many people are A positive? The answer is 37% are A positive.